Hey guys, welcome back. And just talking this week about a little bit of beer and a little bit of watches. Thought I'd get into what I'm drinking this week to start, and it is Matchless Juice Bomb Units. It's a collab between Matchless and Georgetown Brewing out here in Seattle. Matchless is down in Olympia, Washington. And as you expect, it's a juicy, hazy IPA. It's really good. Cheers. All right, what watch are we looking at today? We're going to check out the Seiko SRP Blue Lagoon Turtle. And this one is variant SRP B11. It's exactly the same as all of the Seiko turtles that they re-released, SRP 777, 775, all that good stuff. But this one is a quote-unquote limited edition, and it's a pretty cool one. It's the only Seiko turtle I have. It's the first one I ever bought. And actually, excuse me, this watch actually got me back into kind of mechanical watches. I was always into watches and had a swatch when I was a kid, and but then the first watch I got back into with mechanical stuff was this watch when I bought this probably about when it first came out, like 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago or something like that. So let's talk about the watch. It's it's all the same specs as your regular Prospex Turtle, and you can see on the dial there. See if I can get it to focus. It's got the X, and it's a really cool blue gradient dial. And then probably my favorite thing about this version is the hits of yellow. So you can see the second hand, and then on the chapter ring at 12, 3, 6, and 9, there's a little hit of yellow. Kind of really plays well with the turquoise blue and the dark blue. And then of course the bezel you got from 0 to 20 seconds is turquoise. And then from, the rest of the bezel is, it's all like a dark navy color. And they just killed it on this color combination. They did it in the samurai as well. And it just looks really, really good. Now, if you've got a really good eye, you can see that this is the stock bracelet. That's probably the one thing I hate the most about the new turtles is the bracelet. It's just too chunky for me. It's really thick and it doesn't taper, and it's just kind of heavy. So this is a Uncle Seiko reproduction of the Z199 bracelet, and it's essentially like a Jubilee style bracelet, but you can see how flexible this thing is. It's crazy comfortable. It's all solid. It has a little jingle that doesn't bother me, but it's all of these links are solid, and then you've got micro adjustments, lots of them to play with, and then just a stamp clasp. But you can see how well this thing just folds all over the place. And it's pretty quiet for a Jubilee, if you will, and it matches the brushing perfectly with the front of the case. So yeah, I think this is pretty much my daily driver combo. Really comfortable bracelet on a really comfortable watch. The back of the case back is pretty much like every other turtle, but it does say, let's see if I can get it in there. It does say limited edition on these ones right there at the top. It's not numbered or anything. And then it's got, excuse me, the Seiko Wave. Great, classic little 4R movement in here, hacking. Unscrew the crown, and then this is your winding position. Really easy, really smooth, really quiet wind. Let's see if I can get it on the camera or not. Yeah, I don't even know if you're gonna be able to hear that. It's really quiet, really smooth. And then one click, And well, you can't really see it because it's behind the mini hand, but the first click is adjusting your date, and roll it the other way. That's your day. And then your second click is your time. Pretty standard. And you can see the second hand stops, so it's hacking. But yeah, if you're looking for a really fun blue dial that's a little bit different and has a little bit of, you know, a little bit of sportness to it with the yellow, I would definitely say check out this variant. You can still get them. Obviously, I don't think you can get it from Seiko, but they're still on eBay. They are fetching a little bit more of a premium than, you know, your classic SRP 777 or 775. So it would be a good watch probably to snag, and you're probably not going to, well, I don't know if you're going to lose any money. Who knows if it'll gain value, you know, Seiko's, it's hard to tell. But since I've had this, I mean, I bought this when it came out almost 2 years ago, and I think I paid $420, and I think they're new, and I think they're going for $5 something today. So who knows where the price will go on these, but it's a great color combo. Like I said, they did it in the Samurai too. And just so you can see the details, just like every other turtle, the top of the case facing you when you're looking at your watch is brushed, and then the side of the case there is kind of polished. And you know, the turtles are a little chunky if you've never worn one. They have a really short lug to lug, but they're pretty thick. You can see, you know, it's a flat crystal, but it's got a, you know, kind of thicker case back on it. And yeah, I mean, I love this watch. I probably wear it a ton. I also bought the Uncle Seiko Tropic Rubber Strap to put on it. This came with the Seiko Rubber Strap. I love the Seiko Rubber Strap. The only downside to the new Seiko Rubber Straps is it's a little bit of a lint collector, but as far as comfort goes, it's hard to beat. You can see the texture on the Uncle Seiko Tropic. It's great. It's a little stiff. I wish it was as soft as the stock leather, the stock rubber band that comes with the Seiko, which is kind of hard to beat. But, you know, you throw this vintage reintroduction of the Tropic strap on here, and you basically have a, you know, reissued turtle, a reissued Tropic strap, and it's a brand new version of a really classic combination. So this is kind of what I basically trade off between these two. You know, sometimes I'll throw it on a NATO. I think this watch head to me feels a little big to be on a NATO. It feels a little heavy, you know, a little top heavy, but you can do it because it is a 22 mil lug width, so it's a little bit thicker of a NATO when you do it. But you know what I mean. If you got a bigger watch head on a NATO, it feels like it's kind of holding on. These are basically the two that I go back and forth between. Let me throw it on a wrist for you guys real quick. So there you go. It's a great watch, great color combo. You know, you pair it with a great tapering, very comfortable bracelet, and this is a really, really hard combination to beat. You know, people always want to ask about the bezel action. Luckily, I got one that lines up pretty good, so I don't have to worry about that too much. So yeah, guys, let me know what questions you have. Like I said, this is just a quick review of one of my watches as I go through my watch box. I'm kind of going from most recent to longest owned, but yeah, great combination, great watch. I totally recommend it. Let me know what questions you have. Love it if you could hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll keep coming out with some fun videos and keep talking about a little bit about beer. So cheers, guys.